Just taking away the paint the way she did.
She does. She's extremely competitive. She's extremely aggressive, and I know that both Talana and Agnes love having her behind them.
Hey, Coach. I know you weren't pleased at the halftime. What adjustments did you make at halftime, and then how can you explain what happened in the fourth quarter for such an eruption?
At halftime, I was disappointed with some of our shots. I thought people were rushing shots and not running offense and turning the ball over. And then I think we settled down in the second half. We had a really good third quarter until kind of they went on a run. But basketball is a game of runs. And then I think in the fourth quarter, I think Agnes was a huge difference for us in that fourth quarter. It was so exciting to see her just play so poised, finish at the rim, just the improvement in 1 week. It was just unbelievable for me. I'm really excited for Agnes, and I think she was a big difference for us, and everyone is so excited for her.
I noticed Cameron Brink has been having a lot of improvement too. No fouls were an issue earlier. She didn't seem like she was fouling a lot this evening.
Would she end up with 3? Wilder? I mean, like 3 fouls, that's good. You want to get your money's worth. She is just a really aggressive, quick post player in there, and that was kind of the game plan was tighten up on the threes. I thought we gave them too many threes, but tighten up on the threes and make them put it on the floor. And what outstanding play from Talana for basically 35 minutes. She's not a freshman. Our team calls her point guard, so. She had a fantastic night tonight, and I think she's just scratching the surface of how good she's going to be.
Talana, speaking of that, coming into a situation where Haley Jones is kind of already the point guard, like how do you figure out when you can lead the offense and run the offense?
Yeah, I don't think it's a problem to have someone like Haley on the floor. I mean, that's what your question was, but as in inserting myself, I really try to facilitate for players like Cameron and Haley and Kiki and Hannah, who are our main scorers, and so I think it's pretty easy actually with like being the facilitating point guard and looking for my shot when it's there, but I mean. You can't really ask for a better teammate than Haley. She's going to do it all. She's going to bring it up when she needs to bring it up, score when she needs to score. So, I mean, I think with Haley on the floor that you can't really go wrong.
And then Agnes, what was it about that lineup in the fourth quarter that just like made the game just completely go in your favor?
I think everyone just regardless of what lineup is out there, everyone just wants to work together to execute the scout. And I think guarding someone like Charisma and you just chase it over, I got help behind someone like Cameron Brink, who obviously had 5 blocks against her. So just following the scout is what we all try to do out there.
For Coach, Charisma Osborne, London Jones, Kiki Rice, those have been 3 of the primary scorers for the Bruins all season. You held them to 7 of 32 shooting from the field. Just talk a little bit about how you were able to slow down the Bruins' primary scorers tonight.
UCLA has extremely talented players, and I think that Kate Pay, associate head coach, did a great job scouting UCLA. Our team really focused and locked in defensively, and Talana, India, everyone worked hard. Hannah jumped. They all worked hard defensively. I thought early on we were getting hurt by Bessoir getting her three-point shot going, but she made 2 early, but that was at the end of hers. At the end, they hit 2 threes way at the end and got a layup way at the end that I think we could do better on. But the defense on Rice and Jones, they're terrific players, and people worked really hard to do what we asked them to do.
And then UCLA is playing 5 freshmen for a lot of minutes each game. Did you feel like your team's experience was something that helped you guys pull away there in the fourth quarter?
You've got Bessoir played 30 minutes. Conte, she's not, Osborne. Those, they did have some freshmen out there, and we had some freshmen out there. like Talana plays really hard and well for us, but if you're out there, no one asks or gives you a pass if you're a freshman, sophomore, so get the job done or sit down. It doesn't matter what year they're in. A lot of our young players, I think this was Kiki's a young player, Brooke Dimitri's a young player, so I think this was a great game for our young players.
Just for the players and Tara too, what was the key to kind of holding Charisma Osborne, especially in that first quarter and first half, for the poor shooting performance from the field?
I think Agnes had mentioned it before, just chasing her over screens, kind of just disrupting and taking away the things that she likes to do, especially beyond the arc, because if we were to first to the basket, we have people like Cameron and Kiki that can get those blocks. So I think just disrupting her favorite go-to moves.
And just one thing for Tara, I know Arizona State had to forfeit a weekend because of injuries. Should there be a universal policy in women's basketball or basketball in general when you don't have too few players because of injuries? I know some conferences do forfeits, others reschedule.
One of the things, I think that, women's basketball has 15 scholarships, and, I think it's a challenge sometimes. You have to, I think it's the responsibility of coaches to have a full roster, So it's challenging when you have a new coach and, the portal and people leave and stuff, and part of it also is keeping people healthy. That's a big part of the job. We're really excited that we had everyone available tonight. I think that the policy that the Pac-12 has is fine. If you can't play, you have to forfeit. So encourage the coaches, and there's sometimes, I know we've had low numbers sometimes too, but you have to weather that storm.
Coach, Colorado beat Arizona today, and USC gave UCLA a really good game. UCLA gave you a really good half today. What can you say about the Pac-12 conference right now?
Pac-12 is just awesome. It's a black and blue league. It's physical, very talented. It gets you ready for the NCAA tournament, and it's for our team, our depth, I think, really paid off. We were able to, go to the bench, and people responded really well. So, but the conference is fantastic. I think it's the #1 conference in the country.
What could you say about your team so far at this point in the season? How have they grown from the beginning?
I think we have a really special group of young ladies that are very unselfish, and they're really happy for other people's success. And that's rare in a day of iPhones and iPads and, me stuff. These are some really special young ladies that, I use the word with them, Freudenfruden, where they're happy for other people. And you should see in our locker room when Agnes came in, how excited they were for her. They're a special group, and I think we're just scratching the surface of how good we can be. We're just figuring out how to play people and who to play together, and I think they're just learning, really. We're young on the perimeter. Talana's a freshman. Agnes hasn't had a lot of experience because we had, our seniors playing so much last year. So I think they're just scratching the surface of how good we're going to be. Thanks, everybody. All right, thank you.